Tafsir al-Quran al-Azim, the very famous tafsir for the Quran, the explanation or the exegesis for the Quran by Ibn Kathir, the famous renowned scholar. In this book, right? In this book, and you can find this, of course, on many websites like QuranX.com, but never ever trust a translation done by Muslims, because they will lie about the Arabic. They will even hide, they will not translate very embarrassing stuff that you can find in Ibn Kathir. So be cautious. And here is the ayah from Surah Al-Ahqaf. All right, let me make it bigger. On page 36, here, look, 3636. Surah Al-Ahqaf, al-ayat, the ayahs numbers 29 to 32. Okay, here is the part that I'm showing on my phone, as you see. So this is عن عبد الله from عن عبد الله بن عمرو بن خيلان الثقفي إنه قال لابن مسعود. So he said to Ibn Mas'ud, you said that you were with Rasulullah. Ya Ibn Mas'ud, O Ibn Mas'ud, you said that you were with Rasulullah during the night of the jinn, wafd the jinn, Laylat wafd the jinn. Were you there? Were you there? So he wants a confirmation if Ibn Mas'ud was with Rasulullah, with Muhammad during the night of the jinn. Qala ajal. So Ibn Mas'ud answers the question and he says, yes, I was there. And if we go to the bottom, always we have the dividing line, and underneath we have the footnote, and it literally says that everything, all the people in the chain, everything is trustworthy. Thuqat. Al-thuqat. رجاله ثقات. As puppies to be slaughtered by us Christians during debates. He just literally shot himself in the foot. And actually, he just helped me winning the debate.
He didn't witness this night with Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Let's continue. Did he did Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, did any of you witness this night with him? What did they say? And then in Sahih Muslim, look, in Sahih Muslim.
So as you can see right now, guys, brother Rabbi Omar, he's quoting right now from Sahih Muslim, the narration of Amir, okay, about Abdullah bin Mas'ud saying that I was not a witness with the Prophet Muhammad ﷺ on the night of the jinn, because they lost, Abdullah bin Mas'ud lost the Prophet Muhammad ﷺ on the night of the jinn, right? So he's not a witness with him. Watch how Rob the Fool is gonna expose himself.
It says, it's in, forgot the number, but I can get the number. But basically it says, look, no, but we were with him. Look, we were with, ولكن كنا مع رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم that late. So they were with him, but not in this night.
Finish it.
I was with him. Not in this night.
Guys, from his book just showed.
Translate this.
Admits that he was with Muhammad.
فقدناه. What does this mean? We met with him. Look, we met with him. It's not saying that we were with him. We met back with him.
I was with him.
Yeah. Well, look. We met with him. Now let's.
So watch how the fool Rob Christian is so happy. I'm going to wipe off that smile of that fool Rob Christian and crucify him like his pedo Jesus. Watch. So this is the hadith the brother was showing in Sahih Muslim, as you can see, of Amir, narration of Amir, and it says the same thing. Okay. فقال علقمة أنا سألت ابن مسعود فقلت هل شهد أحد منكم مع رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم ليلة الجن؟ قال لا. Ibn Mas'ud said no, ولكن كنا مع رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم ذات ليلة ففقدناه فالتمسناه في الأودية والشعاب So he said, we lost the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and we started looking for him around the Awdiya, about the valleys and the hills. فقلنا استطير. He started saying, Ibn Mas'ud starts saying, the Prophet, the jinn took him and flew with him. The jinn took him, flew with him. أو غتيل, he was kidnapped. قال فبتنا بشر ليلة بات بها قوم فلما أصبحنا. So he says, we have been in that night, in the worst night ever, because they lost the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. فلما أصبحنا, he said, when it was morning, إذا هو جاء من قبل حراء, as we see the Prophet coming from the direction of Hira. قال, Ibn Mas'ud says, فقلنا يا رسول الله فقدناك فطلبناك. O Messenger of Allah, we have lost you, so we went out to search for you. فلم نجدك فبتنا بشر ليلة بات بها القوم. And we did not find you, and we have been in the worst condition on this night. فقال, the Prophet said, أتاني داعي الجن فذهبت معه فقرأت عليهم. A jinn came to me, and so I went with them, and I read upon them the Quran, Al-Quran. قال فانطلق بنا فأرانا آثارهم ونيرانهم وآثار نيرانهم. So he went, the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam went and took Ibn Mas'ud with him, and he showed him the traces of the jinn from last night. Since the Prophet was with them, he showed them the traces of them and the traces of their fire. So their bonfires, right, was turned off. وَسَأَلُوهُ الزَّاتِ فَقَالَ لَكُمْ كُلُّ, etc., etc. And you can see here in English, as it says, I asked Alqama if Ibn Mas'ud was present with the Messenger of Allah sallallahu alaihi wasallam on the night of jinn. He, Ibn Mas'ud, said, no, we were not present, but we were in the company of the Messenger of Allah sallallahu alaihi wasallam one night, and we missed him. We lost him. We searched for him in the valleys and the hills and said, he has either been taken away by the jinn or he has been secretly killed. He, the narrator, Ibn Mas'ud, said, we spent the worst night with which people could ever spend. When it was dawn, morning, we saw him, the Messenger of Allah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, coming from the side of Hiri or Hira. He, the narrator, reported, we said, Messenger of Allah, we missed you and searched for you. So they lost the Prophet. He was not, Ibn Mas'ud was not a witness with the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam when he went to the jinn. He was not a witness. He did not see what the Prophet was doing with the jinn. So this is why he had to show them the traces. The Prophet had to show them the traces in the morning of the jinn's bonfires and the traces of their feet and etc. and their presence. We missed you and we searched for you, but we could not find you. They could not find the Prophet. And we spent the worst night which people could ever spend. Here the Holy Prophet said, there came to me an inviter on behalf of the jinn. So even Ibn Mas'ud doesn't know that the Prophet was with the jinn. So the Prophet had to tell them that an inviter came to him from the jinn, and I went along with him and recited to them the Quran. Here narrator said, he then went along with us and showed us their traces and traces of their embers. The jinn asked him, the Holy Prophet, about their provision, etc., etc. So when the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam was, when Ibn Mas'ud asked him regarding, what the jinns eat and etc., etc., he said, the jinns told me about their provision, etc. So Abdullah ibn Mas'ud was not present, but he heard it from the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam that, about the provision of the jinn, etc., etc. But he was not present with him, because remember, the Prophet told Ibn Mas'ud that when they lost him, when they were not a witness for the jinn, the Prophet said, I went out with the jinn. So Ibn Mas'ud didn't know who the Prophet went to and where he was at that night. So he said he might be kidnapped, he might be taken away, killed. If Ibn Mas'ud was a witness on that night, right? If he was a witness on that night, he would have saw the jinns sitting with the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. But he was looking for him. Ibn Mas'ud was looking for the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. He said, we missed him. We thought he was kidnapped. Right? So he did not even see that. So the Prophet told him, when you missed me on that night, I was with the jinn, right? And you weren't with me. So he was telling them that I was with the jinn. When you missed me, when you were looking for me, I was already with the jinn. So Ibn Mas'ud was not a witness. On the night, he did not witness what the jinn were doing with the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam and what he was sitting with down. So one Rob question was, wipe a smile off his face.
By the way, Rob, you said earlier that Bukhari. Wait. Let me just get this straight. Just a quick question. You said that Bukhari just, he wasn't sure, right? That's what you said.
Finish.
You just said ولا يعرف لا يعمل سماع.
I'm not like you. You kept
right?
interrupting.
So guys, remember, this is what Rob said. He said that he's not sure, that he doesn't know. So he's not sure, guys. He's not sure. Okay. So the bozo didn't go to the next page of the same book. Where, look, I said to Abdullah ibn Mas'ud, he said, who was with you, with the Prophet, the night of the Jinn? He said, no one was with us. And what does Bukhari say? What does he say? Can you translate this for me? This is why, honestly, you Christians are embarrassing when you don't bother going to the next page of the book or reading the footnotes. وَلَا يَصُحْ. He says it's not correct. Thank you very much. Like honestly, before you misquote scholars, don't embarrass yourself, bro. It's like, bro, you're used to talking to laymen, and it's just sad. You think that you can get away with this nonsense saying that the chain is authentic, therefore the hadith is authentic? صحة الإسناد لا يلزم منها صحة الحديث. The authenticity of the chain doesn't make the hadith authentic, because there could be something shadhan or mu'allal. Which, if I ask you what hadith that is shudud means, you wouldn't even know, because you don't know shit about hadith science. But yeah, in Musnad Ahmad, Volume 3. Page 267, he always claims that this isnad is da'if. It's just an English false translation, but clearly we see here, isnaduhu da'if. Ya haram.
This is a corrupt book.
Ya haram, corrupt book. Yeah. You can say, look, he says it's a corrupt book. He says it's a corrupt book based on what?
Based on the lies of you scholars.
Based on the lies of you scholars. Okay, so look at the claim that he just made. Look at the bold claim that he just made. Look at the embarrassing claim that he just made. He's manifesting because he sees this. He's manifesting. Isnaduhu da'if, you clown. You just got destroyed.
And it's an edited book.
It's not an edited book. It's not. What are you talking about?
The original doesn't say isnaduhu da'if.
Oh, really? Really? What does it say? What does it say?
It says isnaduhu sahih.
What's Imam Ahmad's takhrij on this? Isnaduhu da'if?
Do you want me to show you the original Ahmad ibn Hanbal's book?
This is like, bro, are you okay?
Are you done?
You wanna keep interrupting me? No, I'm not done. He took like a whole 10 minutes. Now he's crying. He's crying. It's not an authentic book. It's not an authentic book. Of course he's going to lie when he gets busted. He's going to lie. I'm going to show you guys the book that he brings.
Do you want to finish so I can destroy?
So he brings this book, right, guys? This is what he brings.
Okay, يلا خلص عمر, hurry up so you can finish.
No, I'm not done yet. This is my last look.
Yeah, it's okay.
Look. This is the book that he brings, Isnadu Sahih, graded by Ahmed Shakir.
Sahih, do you see it?
Yeah. And let me ask you once again, Rob, does the authenticity of the chain make the hadith Sahih? Yes or no?
Because yes, I just proved it because
Yes?
Abdullah
Okay.
bin Mas'ud, you idiot.
You said yes,
asked me a
right? You
question,
said
you want me
yes.
to translate?
You said
Do you want
yes.
me to
صحة
answer
الإسناد لا
because you
يلزم
keep
منها
asking?
صحة
I don't want to
الحديث.
interrupt
The
you. You see,
authenticity
I'm not
of the
like
chain
you.
does not make the
So
hadith
hey, you asked me a
authentic.
question. Allow me
Finished.
to answer.
Now,
You asked me a question. Allow
you
me to answer.
said that this book is
Yes,
corrupt.
because Amr
Prove to me it's
al-Bakali is a
corrupt,
companion
Habibi.
and
Prove to
Abdullah bin Mas'ud
me.
is a companion. So
I
yes,
let you speak. You
the
interrupted
chain
me
of
the whole time.
narration
I'm
is
not
sahih.
going to continue. I'm not going to stop because you interrupted me the whole time.
Because you're asking
I
questions.
asked him
That's
one
why,
question.
You
bro.
asked a
I asked
question,
him
no
I'm
one
one
question.
answering you.
I asked
You're
him one
right.
question, and he cried about this because he's manifesting when he sees
You're
this.
asking
Isnaduhu
questions.
da'if.
Omar,
He's
are you
manifesting.
done?
Ahmar,
He's
did your mom
manifesting. He
drop
can't
you on your
handle
head?
this on the screen.
You
He
asked
cannot
me a
handle it.
question, so I'm
I
answering.
asked you one
I'm
question.
answering.
I don't
Allow
need
me
any
to
more. I just
answer.
asked you one
Omar,
question.
stop waffling,
No,
man.
Daraqutni.
Guys, mute him for a
He
second
said
because he asked me a question.
He's
He's not gonna
waffling. He's
Daraqutni.
the
allow
one
me.
Daraqutni said
manifesting.
that
He's
he
not
didn't
trying
witness
to
it.
take the
So
truth.
The
mute.
night
There's
of
some
Jinn.
decorum. You asked me a question. Guys, notice.
I
He said
asked you a
if the
quick
chain,
clarifying
if it
question.
says sahih, if it says sahih, does it automatically mean it's out? Yes, it is sahih. Ahmad Shakir, who graded the book of Musnad Ahmad in the original Arabic. Give me the big screen, guys.
Yeah, in the
Give me the
original
big screen.
Arabic.
Yeah,
Yes.
give him,
Yes.
give him the
Give me the big
No, this is
screen.
my
Give me the
time.
big
This is still
screen.
my time.
Give me the
يخلصك حبيبي
no,
عمر
I
because
didn't
you
finish. He
asked me
interrupted
a
me the whole
question. It
time.
became my
I'm
time.
just going to keep
Give
talking
me the
because he
big
interrupted me the
screen.
whole time. It's
Give
not
me the
fair.
big screen. You asked me a question.
No.
So I'm
I
answering.
showed on the screen. Here. I showed on the
Give me the
screen.
big
Isnadu
screen.
sahih. خلاص. Here.
Give me the big
Isnaduhu
screen and
sahih.
mute.
Here's Isnaduhu sahih.
Yeah,
Now,
so it says
now what?
chain of narration. So
Now
this
what?
is the original, guys. Look.
Okay, now
When
does
he
this make the
showed
chain
you,
authentic, yes or
a
no?
translated book.
Does
that
this
is
make the hadith
literally a
authentic, yes or no?
corruption of the Arabic.
It's a corruption. Okay,
So
so
guys,
so
let me answer his
okay,
question. Mute him.
look, he's
Nicholas, can you
crying.
mute
He's
him so I can
manifesting.
answer?
He's manifesting.
Nicholas, grow a spine and mute him, please, so I
You're
can
finished,
answer.
man.
Look, guys.
Look at the
Here's
bias.
the
He muted me.
answer.
It's my
He
time to speak.
asked
عمر
me.
خليه
He
يخلص.
asked
Let
me
him
a
answer to
question.
you, bro.
Stop running, you coward. You asked me a question. Guys, he said.
Here, and he said, Ibn Mas'ud said this. It's from Amr al-Bakali. One of the Allah, which Rob, he probably Googled what an Allah is, but one of the hidden defects of the hadith is that Amr al-Bakali, are you going to interrupt? Yeah.
I'm laughing.
Yeah, so this in itself is a hidden defect, Amr al-Bakali. We don't say that he's weak, though, although there is ikhtilaf on him being a Sahaba, but I say that he is a Sahaba. Right? I agree that he is a Sahaba, but there, this itself is the Allah, and I'll show you why in a sec. Now, Umar al-Bakali, he did not hear this hadith from Ibn Mas'ud. So if he just says an Ibn Mas'ud, that Ibn Mas'ud said this and he didn't hear from him, therefore it's rejected. He doesn't know anything about hadith science. I didn't expect him to, because he thought that the chain being authentic makes a hadith actually authentic, which is embarrassing because we, like I said, go to Ibn Kathir's book, Sharh Ikhtisar Ulum al-Hadith by Ibn Kathir. We see that the chain being authentic doesn't make a hadith authentic necessarily. And Ibn Kathir once again says that the story has a lot of strangeness in it, which makes it weak anyways. And what's funny is he tried to lie and say, oh yeah, there's two different nights. Yeah, it talks about different narrations. That's fine. Like I said, I showed every single one of them. It says, look, there's a lot of riwayat on this. There's a lot of different riwayat. I agree. And what does it tell us to do? Go back to Tafsir Ibn Kathir, Surah Al-Ahqaf. Let's do that and embarrass him once again. Go to Ibn Kathir, Surah Al-Ahqaf. Where are we at? Right here. A lot of strangeness in it. All of them. Every single one of the narrations, a lot of strangeness in it. That's number one. Look, Ibn Mas'ud didn't witness it with the Prophet. I didn't. Look, Ibn Mas'ud is saying it here. I didn't witness it. Oh no. And Darqutni says, Isnad Sahih. Isnad Sahih. So Darqutni graded this with an authentic chain. Now, I dare for you to weaken it somehow if you can find an illah in it, but I don't think you can. I really don't think you can. So once again, here he's saying, Amr bin, look, the same one, the same guy he's quoting, Amr al-Bakali, he's telling him to Abdullah bin Mas'ud, did you witness this with the Prophet? He says, do I get a translation, anybody? Sylv, Rob, can you translate this? I don't want to. It means no, he didn't. Now, let's go to the illah itself, because he doesn't know this mudallis. What he does is he goes to this. He just gets on a little high horse. And the origin of the hadith comes from min tariq Ja'far bin Maymun. The origin of this comes from Ja'far bin Maymun. Now, this is an illah itself. And why is it a hidden defect? Because let's take a look at Ja'far bin Maymun, guys. Let's just go to one book. Jarh Ta'deel. Let's just go to one book. No problem. Let's see who he is as a narrator. So, Ja'far bin Maymun. Oof, lovely book. Jarh Ta'deel. Lovely book. I love this. Let's finish you here. Now, what did he say? Look, Ahmed bin Hanbal, look. ليس بقوي في الحديث. He's not strong in hadith. Oh man. Now to just end it, and honestly, this was a waste of a debate. You were a bit too easy. Let's just go to Musnad Imam Ahmad, the one that you claim. You hate this. You say it's a false translation. It only says this in the English that is da'if. Well, let's go to the Arabic. Isnaduhu da'if. Amr al-Bakali did not. Look, لم يثبت سماعه لهذا الحديث من ابن مسعود. So, Amr al-Bakali did not hear this from Ibn Mas'ud. And I showed you enough evidence. By the way, Rob, you said earlier that...
He's explaining that he saw their traces, atharahum, their traces, and their fiery body. So question, how can Abdullah ibn Mas'ud describes how the jinn looks like? How can he narrate this if he wasn't there? So guys, Abdullah ibn Mas'ud was there. And look what it says here. It says here.
Yeah, narrated by who?
Abdullah ibn Mas'ud. Abdullah ibn Mas'ud.
I brought this in the beginning of the debate. Are you okay? I literally brought the same point at the beginning of the day. Alright, can you make my screen bigger so I can respond? I don't know why he's bringing this as a point now. Like, I literally brought this at the beginning of the debate.
No, you never brought it. Stop.
Yes, I did. You can go ahead and check back. I challenge you to bring me where I did not bring this point at the beginning of the debate. To speak to him. Now, funny enough, look at this, guys. Look, he memorized both of the stories, right? Now watch this. This point at the beginning of the debate. And I mentioned that there's a lot of different narrations. I said there's روايات أخرى كثيرة كلها عن ابن مسعود. Okay, now let's see what it tells us to do again. You go back to who? You go back to Tafsir ibn Kathir. And you go back to Qurtubi.
We went to Ibn Kathir.
You go back to Qurtubi and Ibn Kathir. Don't interrupt me, clown. I'm going to embarrass you once again. وفي look, what? في غرابة شديد. Boom. There's a lot of strangeness. So guys, just to finish it off, he loves to bring Shu'aib al-Arnaud, right? He said, oh, Shu'aib al-Arnaud, he's a big scholar. It's not ضعيف. Cope.
Don't vomit.
Cope. Keep coping.
Yeah, keep coping. Guys, he's now playing games. Guys, it's my time.
And look, and just to finish it, look, Bukhari في تاريخ الصغير. He said Bukhari, just to finish it off with this big boom. He said Bukhari.
Big boom?
He said Bukhari.
Big boom?
Never. He said he wasn't sure. In Tarikh al-Kabir. Oh, he said it was just not known. It just wasn't known. Here, he said, oh, it's just not known. What does Bukhari say, though? Bukhari says, لا يصح. That's what he says.
That's not it. No.
Oh, you're crying. I know you're dripping. I know you're dripping right now. And what does Bukhari also say? Bukhari said in Tarikh al-Saghir. Look.
No.
He said the same thing. It's not. He said the same thing in Tarikh al-Saghir.
No.
Finished.
That's not what he said. That's not what he said.
You were a waste. You were a total waste of time. All you do is just deny. It's a fake book. It's a book that comes later.
Show me the Tarikh al-Saghir.
Cope. That was the easiest, bro. This was I'm not gonna lie. This is you can just keep going back to your Isnadu Sahih narrations. This is the easiest debate of my life. I'm finished.
This is Tafsir ibn Kathir, isn't it?
Now look, same exact book that he's quoting. And look, first of all, it's not Khilan, it's Ghilan. And when you actually look, what is he? قال دارقطني said, Majhul, unknown. So this is supposed to be his big boom, and it's weak. How embarrassing. Look. And it's not correct. Boom. I'm just going to speak over you. He doesn't know the difference between talkhis and takhrij and just the chain being authentic. I'll teach him. Here's Sahih al-Isnad. but there's no takhrij. But wait, I'll show you what the
Sahih
takhrij.
al-Isnad is not like Isnado Sahih, you idiot.
Yes, it is.
You don't know
Are
anything
you
about
okay?
al-Rijal.
Are you
You
okay?
have nothing
What's the
about,
difference
you
between
have no idea
too easy?
if the chain of narration is
Too easy.
Sahih or not. I
You
cannot
embarrass yourself
talk about
badly.
that.
You embarrass
What
yourself
an
badly,
idiot,
boy.
bro.
You got
What
put
an
in the
idiot.
you got put in the
Stop
you
interrupting, you
got put in the
coward.
bin today, son.
Stop interrupting, yeah.
You got put in the bin today, son. I dare you to upload this on your channel.
Stop interrupting. Stop interrupting.
I dare you to upload this on your
Stop
channel. I
interrupting.
dare